Hey Tiff, how you doing? I really think it's important that you go to the police with what they're doing to you because they are truly admitting that they know, and Ellen as well. Like they know that they are harassing minors, and I do think that's where possibly you'll get the most. Um, Well, you know how they're talking about your kid and talking about Ellen's kid and stating out the fact that they know that they are minors. That right there, it shows, definite, the intent. The intent is to harass a minor. And I think that that would be, where one of them might, or maybe even more than one, might possibly get repercussions that they absolutely deserve. Um, I saw on I saw on a channel in the comments, very threatening. I screenshotted them. Very threatening things that I think you could take to the police. I think you should screenshot them and take them to the police because I don't know, what they mean by this, and I don't know if you saw this, but it's on, Surviving Buzzballs channel. And it says, well, you should do it because it would mean a lot to everybody who's ever gone through this with their kid. And then their kid has maybe taken a drastic course. You know what I'm saying? It would, it's definitely something that should be done because they say, uh, Tata Beauty won't have to worry about Survivor Girl. Now they tagged you, so maybe you saw this. Um, you won't have to worry about Survivor Girl doing commentary on Dan and Haley's kids' graduation. I don't know who those people are. Ellen Munchie 01. Poor kid can't get a congratulations. Not when she's bitching for Cho. Wish we had his cash app. Well, it's highlighted in blue. So it usually isn't it not highlighted if you have your tags off? Isn't it usually not highlighted? That's what I would think. But it's highlighted in blue, like someone could click it and go to your channel. You know what I'm saying? So the comments that are put there, yeah, that's disgusting. So the comments that are put there, this TC 55007 or something. Now that person, I believe, it seems like they are an OG troll. Don't know who it is, but it's looking that way. And they say, bet I can find out. Plus, he's turning 18 a little over a week from now. She still hasn't addressed using his name and avatar real photo as her own account. Jesus, imagine his friends thinking the shit she posts is him. See, you need to do it then before he turns. They know his birthday and everything. You hear that? They know his birthday. Fucking crazy shit, man. This Sophia Rose says, I have no idea what's going on with her anymore. I can't 100% guarantee that whatever she's writing, it's all lies. I don't know how she's not exhausted by now at this. Hope you're well. She is exhausted. Tiffany is exhausted. We're all exhausted. We're all exhausted. How are you, Sophia Rose, not able to reply to, you know, you're looking at the same thing I'm looking at, Sophia. You wrote this 1 minute ago. How the hell do you not say, why are you stalking her kid? That's what you should be saying, Sophia. How do you not know to say that? So, Swiss says, why is her grammar so bad? Like a drunken felon typing. Shut up, Swiss. Stooge. Surviving Buzzball says, probably drinking and dot, dot, dot. Did you notice she said kids and stepmoms and hasn't been back and she's not allowed to mention him? Uh, TC says, you should see the shit she posts under his account. They're stalking him. They're stalking him. The account where he has two mothers in the relative section of the about. Wow. Who the fuck is this TC 550? Public profile might have something to do with her being drunk and H addict when oldest was growing up and N was almost 8 years old. Her own words from yet, yes, another account. You've got to do this. You've got to do this because for other people too. Yeah, that's nice of him to put the two mothers, actually, you know what I mean? To pay respect like that. That's respectful. But they're stalking the shit out. You've got to do this before he turns 18. Think about for all the other people's kids who took their lives, you know what I mean? Someone has finally got to um, get repercussions for this stuff, you know? Melissa says she said she's never had these issues with him till YouTube. You know, they all want to fucking deny that shit, that they haven't partaken in this. These fuckers have been harassing him, and that's a fact. No, bitch, it it's just before you could lie to people and they believed you. Unlike here, you got called out. Yeah, they're fucking harassing him. If you just go over to Surviving Buzzball's channel, let me see, I can hold on. You should go there right now, go to their last post and screenshot it. Screenshot the comments. Make sure to hit newest comments, all comments or whatever. Yeah, they are trolling. They're going to just try to destroy him. And that's a shame. They're suicide trolls. You've got to do something here. And he's still a minor. Once he hits 18, they're going to say, oh, well, he has to do it himself. You've got to do this. As his mom, you've got to do this. And as for the world, really, for the world, think about all those parents that have lost their kids to people because of this, because of these motherfuckers. Now, what I want to do is, I do want to go back to, completing the commentary I was doing on Swiss, you know, the last couple of days, last couple of live streams. But I think, when people go, oh, why do you go back to old stuff? I think it's important to go back to old stuff because um, you see how people are, and how long they've been doing the same things and how long they've been losing their mind. So, disclaimer, I do not own all of the audio contained within this video, but I am using it within the Fair Use Act guidelines. It's altered in speed and is being used for commentary. entertainment, educational, critiquing purposes only. Because although this is 8 months ago, this woman's been losing her mind for a while, in my opinion.
There would be something going on that would prompt you to take your ass to the hospital. There we go. So since Tiffany wants to talk shit now too, let's listen to her. By the way, I knew she wasn't pregnant, and you would not be miscarrying a few months ago and not know. You would have it.
So this is 8 months ago that, you know, she still was going at Tiffany. See what I'm saying? So you're going to see her go through the whole spiel, only she was going after a few other people because her paranoia was fucking getting the best of her here.
Infection, there would be something going on that would prompt you to take your ass to the hospital. Good. Okay? You're a fucking liar, and let's just keep it real. He played this bitch.
Now,
and by the way,
go back and see how long somebody's been focusing on somebody. You can clearly see that this person is, you know, targeting somebody. And that's the point, is that this person doesn't let up, and she's nuts too. She's nuts. This woman's crazy.
I asked her about 2 people. See, oh, well, now you can call it 3 if you want to talk, if you want to include Tish. But I asked her about what's up. I asked her about CWC, and I asked her about Tish. 3 people, that's it. And I did not call her a bunch of times. This bitch is wacko.
We've seen you call her a bunch of times on live. On live, we've seen you do that on your live streams. I think it's real funny.
I mean, how many times can this bitch lie about stuff and people still want to believe her? Like, I don't understand how someone can lie so much about fabricating the biggest.
See now, because we're going to step back in time, we're going to see what a fucking liar you are. And how Tiffany's story hasn't changed. And if it has, she's been upfront about it. She probably does it to other patients.
Well, some of them are not stupid. Some
of probably does that to other patients too, which is freaky.
Some of them are very disturbing. Anybody who really believes she was pregnant, you need to go get checked out. How coincidental? Okay, what's this bitch's channel?
Coincidence with what? What's it a coincidence with?
Makeup madness.
Look how many times Tiffany has changed her channel and the name and given up all of her subscribers and any kind of, you know, any kind of movement that she's had with her channel. Look how many times she's done that. And obviously you guys are stalking her minor son. It's obvious. It's obvious and it's gross.
With Tiff.
I'm so thankful for you. I am so thankful.
I do not own rights to this. This is for educational purposes.
We're being educated on how you are psycho. My opinion.
Only.
When Janelle was in my life. Because
we're going to make it all the liars today, DDP.
A few weeks. Clarity.
The ringleader of liars would be this one here, Tiffany.
How's she the ringleader of liars? I mean, come on now. Like, what are you trying to say there? Like, come on.
It's not her fault. It's not anybody else.
Let's see if they'll let me go back.
1 second. Sorry. Turns in.
See if we can get caught up real quick. See what lies she's spewing today.
Hey. Oh, let me make you mad. Oh, shit. Hold on. I gotta go to YouTube and make you mad real quick.
And no.
DDP, the duck killer. Right. But listen to this live stream. Because this live stream is a bit revealing.
No, I won't show Tish what you said because I'm not into trying to cause more problems. I'm only into trying to.
You did call Tiffany on a three-way call where Tish proceeded to call Tiffany grimy and stuff, like you set her up like that, and then you think it's normal. You think it's normal to talk about her minor kid.
Prove what a liar you
But
are.
she
And
exposed where she works. She didn't keep her anonymity. You know, she wants to. The thing is that she's dealing with people who don't act the way she does, and you know, like we don't do those things, and she's getting away with it. But I really do think you should take that stuff to the police because your kid is a minor, and as a mother, you're protecting your child.
and when you say that I call you, another one who says that I call and harass them, how about you texting me how much you miss me?
Oh well, that's what Swiss was saying in her live stream about that. She was saying that Tish was screaming at you or something. I don't know. So Swiss conveyed it wrong, I guess. But that's not in this live stream. This live stream is something different.
These bitches be texting me that they miss me and where am I at? And then gonna turn around when I dismiss them and turn around and be like,
You dismiss them. This lady's off the chain. Did you hear what she's saying about her friends? That when she dismisses them.
I'm a fucking stalker and I'm harassing them. There's plenty more that came from what I posted
You are the stalker and you are harassing people.
yesterday. I just wanted to show the starting point that it started back in February of I miss being your friend. This bitch does the same thing.
Yeah, I agree with you, Nat. I agree with you, Nat.
Just breathe.
Well, I understand that.
And it's sad that she's the culprit of all the problems. Like Christine said the other day, we were all getting along. We were all on panel. We were all laughing, having a good old girl
That's
time.
you guys. Why don't you just leave other people alone? If you just don't mesh with somebody, you just don't mesh. So that's you guys getting along. Good. Be getting along with your friends. Let other people get along with their friends.
And then I made the mistake, yes, of calling this bitch and asking for some help. My bad. You all can hate me for bringing this dumb bitch back.
I think Tiffany makes her own decisions. She's an adult, you know.
Here we go.
Yeah, here we go. I'm not going to be on long because I have somewhere to be soon.
Oh, maybe this is after the three-way call, huh?
Yes. Oh, no, thank you, girl. I trust you.
K420.
To tag Joe's One community in a repost of this. I would like to see her come in here. I did unblock her. You know, a lot of you guys don't know, and this, I'm not speaking on drama or anything.
Hi, Izzy.
I'm going to have to slow her down because she speeds you up so fast. Hi, Diane. Well, we all hope for that. We sure do. We sure do. That's why we keep the door open for change, you know what I mean? But this woman is, they go to real life. They go to real life.
This channel is about makeup only.
Really?
You know, speaking kind to people, you know, about people, stuff like that. None of the drama's coming in here. I did unhide my lyric strength channel.
You know, and just a little advice for people out there. You might not want to be a liar about.
Yeah, they did. I know. Hippie Chick's the one who brought Swiss into it. Yep.
Things if you know that there's people in this community that are educated and experienced in a certain profession that knows you're a liar. And then
What's that profession? What are you, a lie detector?
you really don't want to do it and push the person if you know that person will call your ass out about lying.
Not to have content on.
Obviously, she's the father from the Fockers. Or no, what was their last name? They weren't the Fockers.
Just in case I need to go on stream
He was the Focker.
yard with somebody or whatever the case may be, you know, because I don't want to taint this channel with the drama. However, I did unblock her. I do want to say this, okay? Because none of my videos on here will be private.
Hey, Batwoman.
It's going to be about makeup, and I might edit some.
That woman's channel is like 14 years old. With no subscribers, no videos, 14 years old. Tell me that's not somebody who's made a complete fucking, career of trolling people. 14 years. How do you manage to have, barely any subscribers? I think maybe one or something, if any. 14-year account. How do you fucking manage that shit, huh?
Of them, like if my teeth are, like.
Yeah, you don't go from someone telling you you're 5 months pregnant to, oh, I might have lost the baby a few months ago. How about you probably had really bad gas?
How about
That's probably what you were feeling in that big fat belly with some gas.
says the woman who went to boot camp, fat camp.
Close to the screen or something, I might edit.
And now
it's gonna be, they're gonna be, out there. Thank you, Kitty. I appreciate you, babe. So anybody.
8 months ago, Kitty Gangbang was supporting you, huh?
The moderators that I make moderators, please know anybody.
There you go, Izzy.
Talking shit about somebody. Anybody talking shit about any.
Haven't seen her for a while, huh? Wonder why. Wonder why.
They get blocked or timed out or muted, whatever you feel necessary. Chosen one.
Of course, yes. Block and time out the people that are going to call your ass out. If they believe
They're called trolls. And they're just there to argue with you, and that's what you do. You get rid of them, and right. The way she makes it is like it's her business.
Your lies, they're free to stay.
Different because I'm trying to get her to, come back around a little bit, and it's for a reason. There's a reason behind it. So her and I, we got very close for a while, and I think that she's more hurt than mad. And because I look at the things that she says, and I see that.
See, this Batwoman. Nobody knows her. Not friends too much. And she says she's tested weekly for her meth, 0 for pregnancy. I mean, like, who the fuck is this woman?
It is hurt more than anger, so I want to know what I did. And
no, she's not pregnant.
I'm open to talking about
it. Turns out it was a false alarm and that she may have miscarried a few months ago and just.
Yeah, like that's never happened to people. Miss Nurse. Damn. Like that's never happened. Damn, you're fucking just
didn't know.
Not on this channel, because this channel is going to be about makeup and everything.
You
else.
wouldn't be 2-3 months pregnant, miscarry, and not go see the doctor. There would be something going on. But then again, she's probably used to being a smelly, nasty bitch.
wow. So anybody who went through something like that, wouldn't want to even share anything like that. Feel, like what it meant. Just,
I do want to say that and put that out there. Thank you, Kitty. I do want to say that and put that out there because, one thing about me is if I hurt somebody, I don't sit well with that. It's one thing if I piss somebody off, but
wow, but it's.
And I think that's the same with a lot of, well, don't get mad. Please try to go to your police department with the threats against your kid. Please. But don't get mad because she needs to be, this is going to go a different way. And she needs it needs to be pointed out how insane this woman is. You know? In a minute, you're going to be shaking your head going, wow, this lady is off her rocker. And that needs to be pointed out, that she wants to sit there and think she's exposing people while lying about them and being so callous. She needs to get help.
It's okay to make up lies about somebody and their career and try to ruin their reputation, but that's okay. That makes you
Oh,
a good
you're
person.
ruining your own reputation, Swizz. You are. You're the worst luck for nurses anywhere. Like, nobody would want you as their nurse.
Person.
Hurt somebody, say something.
I guess that doesn't hurt nobody.
I hurt them. I want to know, what it is that I did. How can I fix it? Because that's how I am. And some people, when they're hurt, that's it. Fuck you, bitch. It's on like donkey town, okay? And I'm getting that vibe.
Damn straight.
So I just want to work things out, and I just want things to be smooth. And
See,
I don't know. I just
so
have a sense.
even when we playing Tiffany's live stream from recent, and hers is recent, it's the same thing as, yeah, but we see it. This is how we see it, because playing an 8-month-old live stream and right next to the one that was yesterday shows what they're doing. You know what I mean? It's it's important to get out there that, these people are trying to destroy your kids' lives and your life, and that's a fact.
Sensation inside of me saying, you know what, Tiffany, there's certain people that you push away and that you talk about and that you take up for what though? Just to be liked? For what? Because at the end of the day, I don't really know who did what or how it went or anything.
I missed it. Who is she wanting to unblock and try to brainwash this time? I missed it.
Who did it or how it happened. All that does is endorse the negativity towards that person, So I'm sorry for doing that.
See?
No,
See, now, even the recent live stream, Tiffany is apologizing to you. Here she is again, 8 months ago, apologizing to you, trying to smooth your imaginary rivalry with her over. You have an imaginary rivalry with this woman. She hasn't done anything to you. What she did was a normal behavior of someone who all of a sudden, some complete stranger comes out of nowhere talking, saying, I was your nurse, I was this, I was that. It doesn't fit right with any of us over here to be like them. That's the thing. That's where they're, almost where evil sometimes might overwhelm good. But we have to do it the way, like, you need to go with those before he turns 18. You've got to point out, you've got to call, like, even the cyberbullying thing but yeah.
She was saying she was 5 months pregnant now, but she's saying that, well, she thought she was 5 months, however she said it. She either thought she was 5 months pregnant or she was told
How does that bother you, Swiss?
she was 5 months pregnant. But because today she knows that Swiss would be the first one to say, show us proof.
Swiss would be the first one to say it. Fuck you, show us proof. You show us proof.
True. That's why she says she don't got to show proof to nobody. When somebody says that, that's their guiltiness right there by nature.
Well, then you're calling a lot of your friends guilty. Because a lot of them say they don't got to show proof to no one, and you guys tell them the same shit while you demand proof from other people that have proven enough. Go fuck yourself.
Nature. That's your first reflex of guiltiness.
No, it isn't. It's the response to a bunch of fucking people that we come on now. You've even got a picture of my first fucking chemo treatment on your community post saying beginning of her cancer scam. That's what you have. I'm in a hospital getting chemo, and you have the audacity to have written on it the beginning of the cancer scam. Fucking terrible.
So she's saying that she miscarried, that possibly she miscarried a couple months ago. You would not be carrying a dead fetus around for a couple months with.
It's actually, yes, she did. Still up too. Actually, now there was a woman, I think, who died. Didn't she die because they wouldn't give her abortion because of the new laws and stuff? And the baby had died, and they wouldn't even do a DNC or anything.
Without going to see the doctor.
Kitty, I appreciate you for that, baby. Yeah, I am very kind. And yeah, I have lied about a lot of things in the past. My own personal.
Oh, she wants CWC in there?
Crazy, but you know, my own.
She can have whoever she wants in there. That's the thing. Look at the people that you have in your live streams and the things that they say about people's kids, and you just don't have any. Hi, Sharon.
Personal things, what I wanted to do.
I'm really starting to think that there's some fishy shit going on around here.
That's your vagina. That's your vagina.
It's either set up or there is two people playing one person playing two people.
Just shows how disgusting she is, though. You know what I'm saying? So here, what she's saying here is that she thinks Tish is CWC.
You know, stuff like that. But that's not who I am anymore. I don't feel I want to hide anything from social media anymore, you know? And I feel that I just.
Did she learn that today after she decided to say her last lie?
Want.
Shut up. You sound insane.
To be free. Of it all, you know? And I want to do makeup and I want to have fun and I don't want to have enemies, and especially people that I really do love and care about. You know?
No, Elliot, her husband's not banging her. She would have to screw somebody to get pregnant. And he.
Damn. Yeah, she was doing that. Damn, though. Let's do that. That's some fucking nasty, dirty talk you're saying there.
I don't want to touch her.
I know this is going to sound crazy to you guys because of all the shit she says about me and others. And
Marker, that's what I said. I go, she was probably feeling gas because she says she felt something moving around.
If TH is live at the same time and Swiss is doing her live stream too, why couldn't you have gone to the source and asked Tiffany? Why couldn't you have asked Tiffany? Why are you asking Swiss about Tiffany's medical information?
It was probably gas.
Got to see the positive side of her, but there is a positive side of her, you know. She supported me.
And since she likes to spread rumors and get shit started, how about I just throw it out there? Are you doing opiates? Are you getting
What rumor did she spread about you? Because it sounds like you're fucking trying to spread some kind of rumor there. It's not even entertainment though, and you heard her go educational. So she's trying to pretend to people that she's educating people.
backed up from doing opiates that you should not be doing?
When I was first on here, she supported me hardcore, you guys. Like,
She accuses everybody, everybody who who disagrees with her of being on drugs. That's what she does. Everyone. Anybody who disagrees with her, she accuses of being on drugs.
hardcore. And I think that's what made her so upset.
Now, isn't it interesting that somebody shows up at supposedly somebody shows up at your house at, I don't know, it was like in the middle of the night, like 1, 2, 3, 4 in the morning with a fucking ski mask, and you got kids, and now you want this bitch in your life?
Well, they had a ski mask on. How would she even know who that was? Not like the person's coming to dinner with a ski mask on and she's like, hey kids, you remember this person? Yeah, we don't know their name. They're just, just creepy ski mask person.
See, shit is not adding up around here.
And things didn't happen. And, instead of me talking to her, I pushed the button and, it flew out of the handle, right?
I don't think that ever happened. I don't think the ski mask ever happened. And I think that crazy lunatic bitch, CWC, I think she capitalized on it for clout.
Capitalize on a crime for clout? I'm not saying that CWC isn't crazy enough to do stupid shit like that, but clout?
Because according to TH, she was going to send me the footage, but never did. Never, ever did.
According to TH, she was gonna send me the footage, but never did. Never did.
And kind of like when she's always going to mail somebody something, there's plenty of things she was supposed to send me that was in her other phone, or she had to do this, or she had to do that. It's all lies. That bitch never showed up at her door.
Everything gets questioned, everything gets worse, It turns into hate.
So now
and then
you don't think that she ever showed up at her door, but you were so-called terrified of CWC showing up at your door.
problems continue. You know what I mean? So I just want to try and fix that as much as I can, and I just wanted to say that publicly because sometimes we have to say it publicly, even if we, nobody's entitled to our truth and nobody's entitled to what we feel and what we want to do. But I do think that we should do it, regardless. We should be honest with ourselves.
I can't even believe the duck killer even thinks he has an opinion that is.
And with other people, especially on social media platforms. So with that being said, I went to the doctor.
Well, DDP, because I've had 3 people lying on me in the last week. It's like, I'm damned if I do.
About what, Swizz? What? What is exactly are people lying about?
Damned if I don't. Why do all 3 of these bitches? Well, not Tish. Tish actually didn't mention this, but the other
That
2.
woman, Tiffany, did you ever say that the ultrasound machine was broke?
Two bitches, Marcy and this one. Why is it that I can't dip out for a couple weeks? Nobody knows what.
Can't dip out for a couple of weeks. Go ahead, dip out. Dip. Please, please, please.
What's going on with me. I don't talk about my personal life.
We don't care.
But what if something's going on and I don't need to reveal it, but what if something's going on for a couple weeks? I'm not allowed to dip out from CW.
Right, so that stupid Batwoman goes, she said Wednesday, the ultrasound machine was broken. I guess it's fixed now. Doesn't even make sense. Batwoman, shut the hell up.
WC, and then this bitch is like, oh, the first day you come back is drama. Yeah, because while I'm on vacation,
Vacation? Could you give us all a fucking vacation and go on a lifelong vacation, bitch? Could you just, like, go get some help? You need to.
I get a fucking text message that your big ass mouth blurted and made it worse than what it was.
Made what worse?
So,
like, what is the problem? What exactly did Tiffany say to you that you're mad about? Hi, liar alert. What exactly is it? What are you bitching about here?
oh yeah,
I am no longer pregnant. We are just going to say that.
you hear that? She is no longer pregnant.
So, bitch, it seems like you came back not on this live stream, because I remember, wasn't it on your live stream that you told her? Wasn't it? Wasn't it Sharon? I'm not Sharon, I'm sorry. No, she can dip. Oh, thank you, liar alert. Mine?
Which I had a feeling this was going to happen. I did. I had a feeling because this is why I told everybody, hey, you know, it doesn't mean I'm going to stay pregnant. And it doesn't mean that, you know, I want to.
What does that mean? I'm not going to stay.
Oh my god, my fucking cat. Ugh. The one from One Flew Over the Cuckoo's Nest. That's who acts like that. Nurse Ratchet.
The pregnancy test. That's just what it is, a pregnancy test. And you can do lab work, and that's just what it is, lab work. You know, your blood does not tell if you're really pregnant or not. There are false negatives and false positives all the time.
No, bitch. No, bitch. No, bitch. No, bitch.
I know, right? She's horrible. Like, this lady's just fucking horrible. I have to speed her up. I'm sorry, we're gonna have to just try to figure out how fast Tiffany's talking when she plays her like that.
That is wrong information. Please do not follow her for medical advice. That is not true.
Anyways, that's why I kept saying, well, I have a doctor's appointment Thursday, so don't, don't freak out yet. Like, I'm excited, but not excited at the same time. That's why when people ask me, are you excited? I would say no. Because even though I kind of was, I had a feeling. Because the last time that I could have gotten pregnant was months ago, 4 or 5 months ago, so that would have been the estimated time. Now, it did kind of.
See? So Tiffany's saying the exact same thing she just said 8 months ago, but she said it beforehand, and this is an 8-month-old video. So Tiffany just said the same exact thing she said. But your story, Swiss, is always fucked, man.
How is that possible? Would that be because that's the only time she's had sex? Is 4 or 5 months ago?
Make me think maybe I really could be because I had, menstrual cycles with my other kids. But I felt differently with them. I just, when I was younger, I ignored it. I didn't want to believe I was pregnant, especially with
Izzy, I'm with you. I am with you. And I'm sorry.
Good, you're with Izzy.
I love a couple people. I love about 3 people sitting in that chat right now. And I'm just like, come on. You know what? I'm not trying to be mean or rude here, but all 3 of you ladies that are sitting in her chat right now, you're all smarter than this. You're all
She's gonna go off on some of her friends. Bitch gets paranoid. CWC struck a fucking chord with her.
more than sitting and wasting your time in this dumb fucking bitch's lie. That's just lying through her non-existent teeth.
So I kind of pushed it aside, but I felt the difference in my stomach. I felt the fluttering at 4 months.
Thank God, Melissa. Oh my God, thank God. You all are losing brain cells over there.
And I know that many people say, oh, well, you can go your whole pregnancy and not know and go to the hospital and deliver a baby. Yeah, okay, but if you really know your body, you know when you're pregnant. You know when it's,
that has happened where there are women who have been pregnant and literally have delivered, and that's when they found out they're pregnant. There's usually more involved. But
There's usually more involved. Well, I'm sure that Tiffany would know the details of her own stuff before you would. So why don't you just shut the fuck up?
sorry. My first thought is you don't birth 4 children and you don't have a clue. But see, she thought she was. So it's not that she's saying, oh, I didn't know I was pregnant and here I have a baby. No, she was lying to us for clout.
No, you just said it. You said she thought she was lying for clout. How the fuck? What are you even talking about? And when did she lie to you for clout? I thought you just got off a vacation. When did that happen? You weren't gone.
Saying she was pregnant.
Well, a couple months ago, well, not fully 2 months, it's probably been about a month and a half at this point. I had some really bad stomach pains, really bad bleeding. It was really bad. And I went to the hospital a couple times. It was just really, really bad. And we chalked it up as period, because when you take the pregnancy test, it comes out negative. So we thought it was just a really heavy period, stress, whatever, So going back to that time, I thought, well.
Who is this? Elmer the intern. Why are you so evil? Because I thought you were nice. This person was lying day one when she entered the CWC, and then lies got bigger and bigger for attention. I have called her out time and time and time again. Really, Elmer? Because I didn't think you were mean to Tiffany, but it seems like you are, I guess. I don't know how anyone can welcome her back. Wow. That's fucking terrible. I mean, you don't have to, but don't worry about anybody else. Like, that's just terrible.
Maybe I was pregnant and then miscarried it. I don't know, but there's no way to tell. When they did the ultrasound, there was no fetus there. So, that's just the truth about it, And I didn't want to say anything on Honeybees last night because it's her birthday. You know what I mean? So I'm not going to say something like that on her birthday. However, I do want to say this. Anyone who thinks it's funny to make fun of somebody for being pregnant.
So right there, you did say you got an ultrasound. So that lady who said you said the ultrasound machine was broken is, incorrect. And they probably would give you an ultrasound to make sure, There have been. You're right about that. Yeah, you're right about that.
Oh, no, I didn't make fun of you for being pregnant. I made fun of you for lying that you're saying you're pregnant. Get it straight.
You don't know her fucking medical history. You don't know her medical history.
Maybe you guys have been accusing me of being pregnant for months. So I find it odd that the minute that this pregnancy test does say positive, right, that you guys are questioning it. So pretty much what that tells me is
You're
everything I'm saying.
absolutely right about that, Nanette. You are right. I noticed that last night when I was watching the chat, and I said, Nanette's right. These are OGs. Just some of them using different fucking names, like, because they've got Just Breathe in there. Hey Girl Hey. This is 8 months ago now. Hey Girl Hey is still around and just got modded on the most recent live stream. So,
Everything I do, you're gonna question it.
Exactly. And she knows that. She knows that I'll be the first one to dissect everything that comes out of her mouth.
because you're fucking trolling, suicide trolling, gang stalking in real life, a fucking weirdo. You're a weirdo, Swiss. You're a weirdo. And you probably get the most taken seriously with the minor and the graduating, because, you know, they've got kids that are graduating too. Point that out. Say, you know, what if it was your kid that was graduating and they were already, you know, going to start trying to destroy this young adult's life that is just starting off. Hi, Helen. You know, just starting off in the world, and they're already trying to destroy his life. You've got to do something about it.
If it is that outrageous. In general, I really don't care what she says. You know, if she wants to say she dumpster dived at CVS and it was really Walmart,
This Hey Girl Hey says, maybe it was a female child and she aborted it. Wow.
really don't care. But when you come up with these asinine stories just for clout, yeah, I'm going to start talking.
But you
and
don't know
questioning.
if it's true or not. Swiss, you're just taking an opportunity to be disgusting.
It's not about that. That was like,
Hey, hippie.
you can fuck off, Swiss. You're a piece of shit. I just want to say that.
You can fuck off too.
Nobody else can
Now,
hear
if
talk to
this Just Breathe is gone now and Hippie Chick comes in, yeah.
anyone, but since it's my channel, I'll start it off by saying this. You will never be welcome back around me.
I don't want to come back. Did you not hear me in my live first say the other night that I will never fuck with you
I
again?
thought you were on vacation. What do you mean the other night? You're live the other night. I thought you were on vacation.
That anything that I was like magnetized to, I am done. I'm done.
Magnetized to? Anything you were magnetized to?
Be okay with me. You want nothing but drama and problems with people. You fabricated shit when you came on YouTube when you were gone for weeks.
See, I fabricated shit. I want you to tell me exactly what I fabricated because
everything you speak.
I'm not like you and your friendly little lying bitches. I don't lie.
Fabricated shit and made it bigger, made Janelle look bad, right? Just like you're doing with.
How did I make Janelle look bad? You fucking bitch told Sharon secret stuff about Janelle. I want to know how you think that I hurt Janelle when I do a lot to protect Janelle.
Ew. Ew. That gave me a visceral reaction.
And everybody will realize it, just like some people are already starting to realize it.
Really? I don't think there's too many people that are realizing that I'm a liar. I think that.
Yeah, I think your fucking chats are going to shit. Shitty. Nobody gets anymore. That's the way it is.
People really can kind of like pick out my credibility. I think that my credibility speaks volume for myself.
Yeah. You're a funny one.
And the fact that not one bitch has been able to check me and fact checked me and prove a fucking thing.
So Don't text me. Don't call me. Don't be kind to me. Don't try.
Duh.
Matter of fact, maybe it was you who called CPS. Maybe Chosen One Community's right. I should have never came back in the way that I did to defend you. I should have never answered the phone.
You're right. You shouldn't have.
If you guys want to know the truth,
What a bitch.
I came back because of her.
You're right.
She needed
That's
help.
true.
She called me and texted me so many times, asking me for information.
So many.
Izzy says there are very few around here with genuine credibility. Hey, you guys, and I'm not saying this in a mean kind of way or anything. Do you think something happened to her, to Izzy? Because I haven't seen her anywhere. She hasn't posted in months. I like the sound effects. It makes me feel like I have people here laughing and clapping. Izzy.
Times. It was one motherfucking time. And Tish was on three-way. It was.
Listen to this bitch. It is the three-way one. Damn, this bitch be yelling and screaming. She's a Looney Tune.
One time I called you.
About people, this, that, and the other. Every time I was told,
Oh darn. She ended it. Oh darn. Okay. Now that we got this bitch out of the way, I'm getting tired.
We need a bulldozer to get you out of the way.
Tired of bitches not wanting to talk to me, but on me. Marcy,
Ew. On you. Ugh. Ugh. That's like that Nutella prank. Makes me feel that way, like dry heaving. Just thinking about being anywhere near you. Ugh. So gross. So gross.
I played back the shit you said. And you know what? You can fuck off. You sat there and you act like when we're texting, you're telling people what I'm saying. What the fuck was I saying? For one. For two, I'm sorry I even
Wait
trusted.
a minute. You're sorry you trusted her? You just said that T snuck on a three-way call with you and her.
Oh darn. She ended it. Oh darn. Okay, now that we got this bitch out of the way, I'm getting tired of bitches not wanting to talk to me, but on me. Marcy, I played back the shit you said. And you know what? You can fuck off. You sat there and you act like when we're texting, you're telling people what I'm saying. What the fuck was I saying? For one. For two, I'm sorry I even trusted your ass. You're another one that's shiesty. You're another one
It just fucking going off the chain.
that has this persona that you're really nice and wholesome. I actually had mad respect for you. Like really, really mad respect for you.
Mad is correct. Crazy Looney Tune bitch.
I thought you had your shit together. I thought you seemed like a good mother.
Now she's gonna accuse her of being on drugs. That's her go-to. That's what she does immediately when she gets mad at someone.
A very wholesome person. I thought you were a good friend to people. And now I see you for what you really are. And you're just like those other grimy bitches. The three grimy tears. That's what they are.
Grimy tears.
And you want to tell me that I'm not allowed to ask for an address when I got some fucking psycho bitch who's threatening?
She was asking for addresses.
To come to my house with a ski mask, which now I don't believe that ever happened. But the point is, at the time, I have somebody threatening a job, a house, anything possible that they're threatening. And you have the nerve to say to me that I shouldn't ask for an address if I think that's the person.
But you know whose address she wanted? Tish. Because she thought, you know how she blames everybody? Oh, Bigfoot. And she blames everybody. Get down. Oh my God. Like how she was just um getting ready to blame
fucking with me? How about, bitch, when you get doxxed and when you get your life threatened, then you tell me how you'll handle it, okay? The point is, I think,
nobody docks you or threatens your life. Because if that was true, you wouldn't be here anymore.
is that you're just irrelevant and nobody really fucks with you. I think you got tired of being Swissy's backup dancer when the real
Swissy's backup dancer.
That's had to cancel for the day. Okay, that's all you were was a fucking backup. Ain't nobody give a shit about you. But now you got this drama going. Like you're more involved than Tish. Tish hasn't even called me flipping out, but this bitch is like ready to fight.
Marcy, were you ready to fight her?
You know what? And whoever wants to get on a plane, y'all know my address. Bring it, bitches. Bring your fucking, don't talk it, walk it. Let's see who else is live. I'm so sorry that Tiffany had to stop her live of lies. Hey, 6 Mile. Hi, Elmer.
She's so
Let me take a deep breath.
sorry that Tiffany stopped her live stream. Hippie Chick says, SG is going to feel left out. Why would I feel left out? Left out of what? The freak show?
Because it's not fair to you guys to hear me like all hyped up. This is hi, John Gon. John Gon. Yeah, John Gon. John. Sorry. You know what? And then the same thing with like Sharon. Like this is just Tiffany's model. Like this is just who she is, you know. And I did feel bad for her in the beginning because I felt.
Why do you think anybody cares about your unsolicited advice and your stupid fake feelings?
Like, you know, she just can't help that she lies. You know, she can't help it. And it. Sunshine should have never, ever.
Sunshine. The freak has multiple personalities. Sybil Swiss Sybil
Forgave her for anything. She should not have. But that's the kind of person that Sunshine is. Sunshine doesn't like to hold grudges, okay? Me, Swissy, she doesn't like to hold grudges either. But
please, somebody get her help. Somebody, please get her help. Anybody, please get her help. Get her help.
There comes a point where you figure out who somebody really is. And when they
Do
cross,
you know who you really are? Who do you think you are in life? Oh my God.
boundaries, you just got to be done with them. And I tried my hardest with Sharon. I gracefully, privately said, you know what? You're getting too messy. It's not cool. And I can't talk to you anymore. I can't
Right.
affiliate with you no more. And right away, she got all defensive and then she wanted to talk major shit about me. The same thing with Tish. Okay. I'm sorry, Tish. You know what?
That's not
When you're
fine. You didn't do that. You fucking turned on her after you set her up to get arrested. That's in my opinion. That's my opinion. My opinion. I know, right? I can't help it. It's part of my persona.
you're supposed to be my friend and you're supposed to be a good person. And I look at you like you're another down. Like I looked at you as an educated, black, strong woman. And I had mad.
You are very racist, Swiss. You are very, very racist.
respect for you. But when I cry to you, because that's how close I am to you, and you're telling me, girl, I will be there for you, like this is fucked up, you know, we would have a good time, and you're acting like you're my BFF, you're my ride or die, and we're on the same page. Like we're like clarity wise, like we're like in the same mind frame. And then here comes this psycho bitch who's like threatening me and my family, and you stay friends with that. Does that not click to anybody? Does anybody not see and understand how I feel? Now I know this is just YouTube, and I guess that's why I'm starting to back off, because it's just YouTube. It's just fake land. And there's some people that are like, that's not true because people really make friends. Yeah, maybe there's 1 out of 100 that really does make a real friend outside this YouTube. But for me so far, for the most part, I've gotten hurt by every single one I've ever trusted. So
There you have it.
excuse me if I back the fuck up. Now, back to Tish. So that's why I will never, ever fuck with you again. Not because you won't listen to me and get rid of that bitch, but because you didn't wake up one day and say, well, actually you did. You sat there and texted me and I showed the text messages where you're like, oh, you know what, I finally
showed your text messages.
understand where you're coming from and I get it and blah, blah, blah. I'm not going to repeat what you said because I'm not going to go there. Like I said, I don't need to cause more trouble and I don't need to say more than what I need to. But she knows what she said to me, okay? She knows what she said to me. But when you're saying those things to me privately, but then you're posting your indirect pettiness bullshit, it wasn't adding up. And anybody who sits in my
The indirect pettiness is correct. Cheech has something up there saying, I knew I was winning, so I'm gonna get off YouTube. Like, what are you talking about? You winning? Winning what?
my same shoes and sees what I'm seeing, you would also be feeling the same way I'm
I
feeling.
just want to go in your shoes, your fucking hooker shoes from Fredericks of Hollywood. Oh yeah, the only thing missing off those things is the feathers. Fucking come on, bitch. Get some fucking feathers or fur on those heels. You could probably work for some kind of farmer. They could strap you to a plow, and your heels could poke little holes for seeds. Plodding along.
You don't think you have a friend and that you trust in that person, but they're also befriending a person that's trying to hurt you. So how is that a friend? Then we got Marcy, who's quiet in the background, quiet. But now all of a sudden, her and Tish are BFFs. And because I asked for an address, holy shit, the world's about to end. This bitch is more hyped up than Tish.
Was she asking for Tish's address or was she asking for CWC's or everybody's?
That's when you know you want to be noticed. And I'm so sorry, girl. I'm sorry you're not noticed like other people are.
No,
Hey, Stephanie.
I needed to go back and show how from her yesterday's live stream going after Tiffany to 8 months ago going after people, she's losing her mind. She's losing her mind, Luna. She's losing her mind. She's losing her mind. Yesterday, she accused you of digging up. Oh, and then she said you're mad because Jules liked her better and freaky shit.
So back to when I stop out for a few minutes or I stop out for a few weeks, just know it's because I trusted in the wrong bitches around here. Now, Janelle has not done me wrong. Janelle and I had our issues in the past. And
yeah, she's stupid. I don't know if it's in this live stream or yesterday's live stream. It's in somewhere of this lunatic. We need to point out the lunacy that is invading and infecting this community and making everybody fight and stuff. She's just yes, because I played yesterday's live stream and I do want to get back to it, and I can go back to that one. But I did want to just point out like how heated she is in this, and she calls everybody her backup dancers. I think that's funny.
the day that we both came clean with each other, we both made a pact and said, we're going to be friends from here on. Anything that happened in the past is in the past. Anything that I privately said to you, Tish, I'm okay with Janelle knowing, because you and I did not bash her. We talked about things that were shocking.
Sounds like she talked about things that were shocking, she says.
Shocking to us. Because
you talked about things that were shocking to you and Tish.
we're not addicts. Well, I don't know anymore. Tish, I don't know.
Now
but
she's
at the time,
accusing Tish of being on drugs. Did you hear that? She accused Tish of being on drugs right there. We're going to need to replay that. I'm sorry. Got to reiterate how every time she gets mad at someone, she accuses them of being on drugs.
Things that were shocking to us, because we're not addicts. Well, I don't know anymore. Tish, I don't know. But at the time, I believed that Tish and I were the only ones that were not addicts. And yes, people want to be like,
the only ones who aren't addicts. Yeah, she has imaginary rivalries with people too.
oh, if she wasn't on this YouTube, she wouldn't be friends with so and so. Well, duh. How the fuck would I meet people if I wasn't here? 2, am I going out to try to like hang out with addicts? No, nobody should be doing it. Even an addict should be hanging out with another addict, because you're not going to do better. Okay, but being a recovering addict does not define you. I don't see people just what they are in their past. I adore and I admire and I have respect for Janelle. And what Janelle stands out.
Listen to what Janelle does, what she tells her to do, she'll say.
More than these other grimy bitches is that whenever I don't agree with Janelle or anything.
How Janelle stands out above these other grimy bitches. Like Janelle's still a grimy bitch.
That I'm like, either I don't agree with that, or I say something like, this is not cool, whatever. Or I say, maybe you shouldn't tell me this. Janelle has never barked at me. Janelle is like, you know what? No, I respect your opinion. And, not all the time do we agree. And she's just like, she stands her ground and I stand mine. And we move on, because That's what mature friends do. And that's how I know right now in my heart, Janelle's different from those bitches, because Janelle can take constructive criticism. Janelle can talk to me.
What a shame.
When something's bothering her. And anytime Janelle says, I need to talk to you, I'm on the phone calling her. And see, Tiffany is upset about that because Tiffany's been wanting me to call her. And I just don't want to talk to Tiffany. And I have it where she's like, girl, you forgot to call me. No, I didn't forget to call you. I didn't want to call you.
Gee, I'm sure her heart's broken.
Okay, I didn't want to call you. Hi, I heart you. I'm so sorry. I was
Hey Girl Hey says, there is a reason why they're backup pole dancers. Wow.
like looking at Heart and I are, when you two are next to each other, I get really confused. Hey, girl, hey. Why are they backup pole dancers? Who's the backup pole dancers? I mean, that was just kind of a joke at first. Hi, Bonita. Yeah, it is sad that there's like, we're having these kind of problems that couldn't be handled privately. But to be
Calling everybody backup pole dancers.
honest, all three of them, I'm okay with it going public because there's nothing to salvage. It'll never be
This
what
is
it was.
8 months ago. And the same shit by Elmer, who is a troll and hippie chick. And now, see, hippie chick wrote it in the live stream last night. But in this live stream, Elmer the intern writes it 8 months ago. Hippie, yeah, right. And the kid was at Sandy H and she has a baby in the box and her hubby owns 3 houses and wow.
It'll never. Once I see who you really are, I'm done. You're either a good person or you're not. You're just, it is what it is. Yes, DDP. It's Swissy ranting time.
Ugh.
And then that bitch gonna say, go back to work. Now that bitch has got a lot of nerve sitting her ass up on welfare and not working and not doing it. She can't even fucking clean the house. Well, she does. While she's doing a live, she washes her face with the towel that she's wiping the stove that she's done wipe 50 times. But like in general, she's not cleaning. Like she's got a lot of nerve to tell somebody to go back to work. How about you get a job in the first place? Thank you, iHeart. It's hard for me to express myself because I'm sure I'm going to piss somebody off. And you know what? Outside those 3 people right now, anybody that I'm offending or I am rubbing them the wrong way, we can talk privately. We can talk and I respect anyone's opinion because that's how we learn and grow. I don't just sit here and go, okay, what I'm saying right now is
the other person. Like, do you ever think about other people? Like, is your whole life just about you? I mean, it's crazy. You just think everything is about you.
the right way, the only way, the answer way. No, it's not. It's just, this is just how I'm feeling right now. And I don't like when bitches try to tell me or try to check me and making up lies. I don't like a liar. I do not like
What is
a
the
liar.
lie that was made up about you? Can you tell us what the lie is that was made up about you? What is the lie? I mean, yeah, you're not a good person. We didn't say that. You are. So you're the only one making up lies about yourself.
Hey, E-Bags.
Oh, gee.
So this is a very spontaneous live because I have to get ready here soon. But when I've seen it, she was live and she wants to mention my name. It gets me hyped up because she is, if we all would write down a lot of our problems with each other, I guarantee this bitch would be the first one that would be the common denominator with at least.
Yeah. Mm-mm. No. No.
90% of us.
Oh my God.
And I don't know
Is that, do you guys believe that? That if we wrote down who was the most problematic in the community, that Tiffany H would be the one of 90% of us? I mean,
know what her deal is because she's very thirsty for friends and attention, but it's almost like she's willing to like throw each other under the bus, and it doesn't make sense. I agree. Hey girl. Yep. I agree. I agree. And you know what? I do have a soft spot for a lot of people because I feel bad for people. I don't want to see nobody hurting. I don't want to see no one crying. I don't like that. I don't know what people think, but I don't instigate people to fight and argue. I don't like to
yeah,
see people be made fun of unless you're just a downright shitty ass person. But there's still things about Sharon that I won't say because I'm not going to go there. There's things that I don't say about Tiffany because I don't want to go there. But that bitch is really pushing me. And I apologize. I did spew out a couple things I probably shouldn't have. And you know what, Tiffany, the first thing about knowing who a narcissist will never take ownership and will never apologize because a narcissist thinks that
that's you.
it's everyone else's fault. That's not me. I take ownership when I'm wrong. I take ownership when I step out of line. And I have sympathy and empathy for other people. So you, once again, and please do not follow that bitch for any kind of advice because she's wrong on everything she speaks of. And it's funny that like a couple of these people that are like were appalled that I would even talk to Tiffany again. And then here they are like trying to be BFFs. Like, I don't know. And I'm all for people making up. But I'm sorry, you come to my house with a ski mask on, I'm pretty sure I'm never going to talk to you again. You go to a certain
Nobody went to your house with a ski mask on, and you just said you didn't even believe, Tiffany, that happens.
point where you're trying to fuck with my life, I'm never going to talk to you again. There's certain boundaries you just do not cross in life, and then you befriend them again. That trust is gone. It's almost like a cheating. You know, once a cheater, always a cheater. It's almost like once you betray me, I'll never have that kind of trust in you again. And I already have trust issues. And that's another thing people want to bring up too.
No shit. You have trust issues?
I have said that from day one, that I have trust issues with people in general. So don't take my words, what I say from point A, and it's a broad spectrum, and turn it around like, oh, she doesn't trust you. No, bitch, that's not what I said.
You did just say that. You just said it. You just said it. It's Stephanie Dawson. That's understandable. Come on, Stephanie Dawson. How many fucking fake accounts do you have?
Thank you for stopping in. Yeah, some people have to work, right, Elmer? It's such a shame that we can't sit on welfare. And hey, no disrespect to anybody who's on welfare. If you're working or you're doing something and you're taking care of your kids and you're a
2 men and they're gone. And I use that term loosely. I'll turn her down. She's ghetto loud, I know, right? He says, there's an epidemic of people inappropriately labeling others as narcissists without them actually knowing what a narcissist even is clinically. And DDP, the duck killer, says, oh, she apologizes, but they mean nothing and hold no value. They are only a means to an end to continue their agenda.
badass mom or you're a badass dad, then I am not going to judge you. But when you're this trifling bitch who sits up on her ass every day and wants to cause strife with so many people that are trying to do shit with their lives, that's when I'm going to like call it out.
No. See, you and your friends are over in somebody's community post, literally talking about harassing a 17-year-old kid right before he graduates and trying to find out his information and everything. You're the fucking losers that do that shit. You need to stop. You're disgusting. You need to stop.
This bitch needs to go fucking, you're married and you want to be a stay-at-home mom and your husband's taking care of you. That is your business. That's not mine. That's not anyone else's business. But when you're sitting up on the government and we're the ones paying for that, oh bitch, yeah, I'm going to say something. I agree. That's how I see it as. I feel like assistance should be for people who want to get back on their feet or are in a traumatic situation, not a way of living. And that's what she wants it to be, as a way of living. She has no desire to ever get off assistance. It's not
that. You can't go around fucking, you're not even saying in your opinion. You like to sit there and be like, facts. This person doesn't have insurance. Facts, isn't that,
in her lifestyle. Her lifestyle is fixated on this is going to be her life because it's free, it's easy. I'm just reading some of your comments. Hey, JetBlue. You've been laying low. Yeah, you got to be careful because if you lay low, then people start questioning and start making up stories about why you got to lay low. I mean, apparently you can't.
Nobody even fucking cares. Just go and lay low under a truck or on a railroad track.
Have any kind of life outside CWC. You can't have anything that trumps CWC. You got to be in it 24/7. So it's like, would it have been better if I come on every night and I talk shit every night, or I take a break and then something comes up and I got to talk shit that one time I come back? I mean,
Talking about this wasn't even that harassed. Give it a rest.
like I said, you're damned if you do, you're damned if you don't. But you know what? Those three, I don't give a fuck what they think about me. Hi, Kirian. You mean hamdulillah, alhamdulillah, and hallelujah.
Now, okay. So let's bounce back. So we can see. She said last night, she said, we're moving over here. We're moving over here. We're moving over here. Remember she said that? We're all stuck. We're nothing. We're nothing.
It's fucking shit. Where it's all happening. Like, I don't understand.
Want to sit here and like look and like try to break down your household, okay? Because my household is not the best.
It's true, but you're never willing to give yours. And that's okay. The only truth you're willing to give is
hi, babes.
People in this world. And that you're only okay with it.
I'm taking a poll here. Did you just wake up? Are you at work? Is it 12? Is it almost 1 p.m. for you? What have you been doing this afternoon, this morning?
Addiction is people who are addicted.
Well, we know you've been ignoring your 10-year-old.
Or who were addicted will stand by your side and bully, belittle, humiliate the people that you don't like. That's when you're okay with addiction.
I think that we should just eliminate talking about addiction altogether, because what's going on here has nothing to do with people in addiction or not addiction. This is about who you are as a person. Okay.
Wow. You just never stop, do you? You never stop. Sounds exactly like the one from 8 months ago. Really. Addiction shaming in it. Yeah, it does, don't it? It just sounds exactly like what she was doing 8 months ago. Just being a bitch. Yeah, it is.
You can be an addict and still be a good person. You can be not an addict and be a shitty person. So this has nothing to do with addiction. We started here because this is
Yeah, it is. It is. Dig at her. Absolutely. Absolutely racist. Yeah.
it should have been a group about addiction, but it's turned into just like a fucking soap opera. Okay. And it just so happens some people are addicts, some people are recovering, and that's it. I really think that it would have been nice for this to be solely like orchestrated around addiction and helping each other. But let's keep it real. Nobody is helping anybody here. The hippie can't even make a comment without like all of a sudden it's World War V, you know.
First of all, stupid, but World War Five. Yeah, okay. You'd have to have 2 wars in between that haven't happened yet. But hippie chick inserted you into this. Like, come on, like, come on.
No, how dare her say you should get a sponsor? How dare her give you some suggestions that worked for her? How dare her?
It's called unsolicited advice from some fucking bitch enemy.
Now, if this was truly solely on like on addiction and people wanting to get better, then people would be more open-minded. But no, that's not how it is. And so right away, it's all about cattiness. That's all it is. It's cattiness.
So we got that.
Okay, with Congress.
And go, why are you and your kids living in a basement? Now, if that's your culture, that's the way you want to like, you know, have your house set up where your refrigerator and your stove is in the basement. I have seen a lot of Arabic culture that they do set up their basement as like
Still going on about those Arabics, huh? 8 months ago and yesterday.
a kitchen. But you have your kids, all 4 of them at the time, sleeping on mattresses on the cold ass floor, dirty ass cold ass floor, sleeping on mattresses in one room in a big ass house. You got a big ass house, and all of
Harassing our kids still.
your kids are stuffed in the basement. Now, you don't think that nobody's going to wonder, like, why is the upstairs nice and there's
Munchie in there saying, I'm willing to bet money she's getting cheated on. Unfortunately, I might be Z sleeping. Oh, unfortunately, I don't know what that I is. Be sleeping with Z might be sleeping with Mo at night sick. Wow. This TC 550 is stalking the shit out of Tiffany's family. Stalking the shit out of her family.
bedrooms upstairs, but your 4 boys have to be stuffed in a basement with you. Okay? People are going to question that. And you're the one who opened that door when you turn that camera on.
Because they had to understand what the struggle of life was to really live what life is. So me, when I lose weight, not if, when.
Yeah. And they're stalking the shit out of their Facebook pages.
When I lose weight, when I fix my teeth, not because Vicky offered to pay for it. She never did. She never one time has been kind, nice, or sincere to me. So let's get that straight.
Wait a minute. You just said she tried to offer to help. Now she's saying because she didn't offer to pay. No, I think she knew somebody who was going to help you get some teeth. Okay. But let's keep it real. At the time, you didn't think you had a problem.
And the people who have offered to do things, other than one person, you know, and that was not on here, that was behind the scenes, never followed through either. But I'm a different kind of person, so I don't feel like I need to broadcast it.
I can't think of anybody else in this community that's known to say they're going to do something and not do it. Okay, you just posted that Cocktail sent you some dollar store lipsticks. Obviously, you had this conversation for her to know to send those to you, and she sent them to you. She followed through with what she said she was going to do. Okay, you are the known person who doesn't follow through on things.
I've never called somebody up and asked them to call Child Protective Services on me. I've never laughed when people's shit was being doxxed or when people's families were being harassed. Okay?
I know, right? Well, they're all over in Surviving Buzzball's community post threatening her minor son. They're disgusting.
Right? Now, I mean, I've always stuck up for everyone. Like I heard Ashley talking about that earlier. No, I don't always just go into everybody else's stuff because you know what? It's not that I think that it's right because it's not. And I've actually in that live stream did mention that. Hey, Stella's mom, miss you, girl. You know, I did mention how they called you messy and all that stuff.
Exactly.
But I don't always go into every little thing, and I'm sorry for that. Maybe I should be.
And then speaking of too, because I'm reading her chat a little bit, then that Kimber's 58, she wants to take jabs too. Okay, well, you just remember.
I think that it's right because it's not. And I've actually in that live stream did mention that. Hey, Stella's mom, miss you, girl. I did mention how they call you messy and all that stuff, but I don't always go into every little thing, and I'm sorry for that. Maybe I should be.
And then speaking of too, because I'm reading her chat a little bit, then that Kimber's 58, she wants to take jabs too. Okay, well, you just remember that nurse that
Kimber's, you need to shut the hell up, Sybil.
if you want to talk shit about, that she
Kimber's
felt
is
sorry for
fine.
you when you were saying that you and your kid were homeless,
Well,
and she
there
did
you
a
go again talking about somebody's kid. You go right for people's kids. Right for people's kids. You're the most disgusting bitch, I swear to God. You are fucking gross.
complete live so that and promoted your Cash App so that you could get some financial help, only in the long run to realize what a fucking con artist you are, that you're a scam artist. Okay, but hey, the nurse wasn't a piece of shit at the time when she was all down for your scam, but as soon as that nurse
But she said Kimber's 58.
figured you out, now she's a piece of shit nurse. That's why I don't like you, Kimbers. I think you're a scam artist. I think that you're not my cup of tea.
The person and do more.
And I don't say things about you because you're not someone that's like in this circle here to even really.
But you're stalking people, though. Yes, she is a piece of shit nurse. Oh, I see what you're saying. Yeah, you're right. It was. Yep. You're right. She does have the wrong one. You're right. Mm-hmm.
Really talk about, but you make sure to talk shit about me. So now, because I've seen you talk shit about me, now in return, I'm going to say what I want to say.
But
a lie?
Frank with you, sometimes I get
a lie. So you just said a lie? Wow.
scared because my family, because of my choices, have been through a lot on social media, and I just don't want them to go through more because I want to be ignorant and scream at people that are warriors behind a screen and will never come and do anything more than.
Wow. E-Beggar says, where is Sharon and Tiffany? They were in here. What happened to both of them? E-Beggar says, wow, he's probably one of the ones that's been fucking harassing Sharon at the hotel. Says, I couldn't help listening to your stream last night when discussing SV that the motel was trying to get them out so police could set up hidden cameras and microphones. LOL. Wow.
And that people that want to see you destroy.
I mean, are you inviting people to come do more than a screen? I mean, that's kind of scary. Do you want people to be weirdos and show up at your door? Is that what you really want? I mean, here we go again. What if you're not home and one of your younger children answer the door and there's some fucking psycho there with a gun or something, or a kidnapper? Like, you need to really watch what you're saying.
Because you don't agree with them. Well,
This lady is like threatening.
I don't think that it's fair, nor do I think that it's right for you, Swiss, as a person who has their own struggle and who has children, to come on the internet and judge other people that obviously have struggled way more than you ever know. Because any person who will write a comment like you did of how your child only suffers with like confidence in herself or however you put it, but our children suffer with poverty and addiction. And then before that, you said her children
Fucking Munchie's gross.
like think that they're modest. Any person who could say things like that are not writing.
Okay, so I don't understand why that's a problem. Okay, so I'm talking about what my kid struggles with, and then what opposed to another kid struggles with. Where I was going with that is that I think statistically, when we go back to poverty and we're not being educated because we're not going to school, because most of the time in poverty we're taught to go to work or make money on the streets at an early age, where education is just not a priority. Okay, if you have a fucked up
Make money on the streets. Listen to what you're saying about people. You fucking trash bag.
mother or father who's on drugs and is drunk, passed out on the streets themselves trying to get their fix, do you think they're really worrying about their children going to school? Are they worrying about?
No, but the problem is that you think you're gonna fucking spread lies and rumors about people like that. That's what you fucking think. Twat. That's what you think.
Feeding their kids, making sure their kids are clean and got clean clothes, and sending them to.
Ignored your daughter from noon till 4:30 in the afternoon. You didn't feed her once. You didn't feed that poor kid once. From noon till 4:30. She gets a day off from school. And you want to lie and pretend that you work, but conveniently you're home. And you starved that kid for 4.5 hours. Sick bitch.
The school? No, they're not. They're not. Okay, let's keep it real. They're not. I mean, if there is one, that, I mean, it's very, very on the low line of doing opposed to not doing. Okay, most don't give a fuck. Okay, therefore, that child now becomes doing the same thing. Hey, like Biggie. Remember, Biggie said he had to go on the streets to make money. That's how it goes. Okay, Precious.
Biggie and Precious. Wow, they have in common something. That's weird how she.
Did you ever watch the movie Precious? Same thing. Okay, now Precious
It's a
did want.
movie, just like Flowers in the Attic is a book. When you were trying to justify brother and sister love.
Better for her kids. That's where I was going with that. Okay, so my kid has different struggles from what chicken kids have struggles with, or with what your kid almost sounds like a little bit, Tiffany, your kid's struggling a little bit with insecurities as mine, only I didn't blast my fucking kid.
Yeah, you did. And you ignore your kid that is saying she wishes her father and mother never met, so she wasn't born. And in the meantime, you're starving your 10-year-old from noon till 4:30.
Kid like you did. Okay, I didn't go to my kid and make my kid feel ashamed for her insecurities.
Yeah, you did. Yeah, you did. And you didn't care at all, bitch. You didn't care at all. And right on Surviving Buzzbom's page, in their first community post, you and your friends are talking about stalking her son who's getting ready to graduate. You're stalking her son who's getting ready to graduate. You're trying to destroy that kid's life. You're disgusting. They're disgusting. Any of you guys, if you go and look at Surviving Buzzbom's first community post and the comments, they're stalking Tiffany H's 17-year-old son.
Period. They're just not. And I just don't think it's right that it's okay for you to do those things. And it's okay for you to say the nastiest things, but all I'm doing is saying, can you please stop? And yes, I did threaten
you. Can't say stop and then go live every day talking more shit. And then not only talking shit, but then you make up new lies. Okay. When you can put.
So I played a live stream. Yeah, but it's not Tiff, or it's Will Smith doing this. We don't do that. And I do worry about kids. I do worry about the world. I worry about a heartbroken parent that takes their life from social media. I think that while, they're outwardly admitting that he's a minor, she should go to the police and tell them, do something, arrest these people. And point out, if you've got kids that are getting ready to graduate, would you want people like this doing this to your kids? That's what they need to point out, because 8 months ago, the exact same live stream is Swiss is the exact same way.
Put the brakes on your lies, you'll probably get the brakes on me. Okay. But every day you come here with a new, well, I don't want to say every day, but like every week or even every month, you come up with a new fucking lie. Okay. A couple months ago,
she comes up with a new lie. A couple of months ago, Swiss, you are a fucking harassing bitch, and your friends are too.
I was calling the police on you. A couple months prior to that, I was calling CPS on you. A couple months before that, I was breaking HIPAA. A couple months before that, I was a piece of shit nurse taking care of you. I mean, like,
No, this live is yesterday. This live's yesterday. And the one that I was playing when you first came in was 8 months ago. Don't they sound the same?
you come up with these new stories. Why is it only me that you come up with these lies on? Why? You're like, seriously, like I said, you motherfuckers are.
She apologized to you. Yeah, it does sound the same, doesn't it? Sounds exactly the same. Yep.
Growing my ego. You really are. I got Methy playing me every night. This bitch is playing shit from years ago because she just can't get enough of me. I got you who just wakes up every day thinking, what kind of a new.
It's because everybody's going to know what a fucking lunatic you are. That you think you have multiple personalities, first of all. You refer to yourself in different names. You harass people's kids. Your chat harasses people's kids. You're paranoid. You're delusional. You're having imaginary rivalries. You're a psycho. And Swiss, everybody's going to know you're a fucking psycho.
New lie can you say about me? I got Chicken who's digging up pictures from, she don't care how many years old they are. She's digging and digging and digging. I mean, I got you bitches working night and day.
Actually, you don't. You don't. You don't. I haven't seen Chicken Winner pull up any pictures of you. Not as of lately, anyhow. I didn't even see when she pulled them up the initial time. You're stupid, lady. In the meantime, your chat is talking about other people's Facebook pages and shit.
And you know what's crazy is while you're asking people to call authority on them, okay? While you're asking others to do.
Oh, and then we got No BS who's trying to dig up baby daddies. I mean, it's just like I said,
you to dig up your baby daddy, you stupid dumb bitch. Nope, they don't like Chicken Winner now. Mm-mm. Yeah, stocks miners, yeah. Except her,
bitches
though.
are
Except
working.
her. Because every single person that she falls out with, she accuses them of being on drugs. Every single person. I mean, I've never accused Tisha of being on drugs, but her friend did, and she shaped me more than anything. Like, it's like, I don't even know why, but whatever. So that's her prerogative, I guess.
King.
When Janelle texted me and asked me for all your information, I refused, and she was one of my.
I don't think Janelle called up you and said, hey, can I get that information? No, let's also back up too. Even how you want to blame Janelle. Let's go from the very beginning, Tiffany. You made sure that Janelle and I were not friends. You made sure that your whole fucking chat room couldn't stand me because while you were befriending me on the down.
Nobody can stand you, not even the people who tell you they're your friend. Swiss, nobody can. You're the type of person that throughout my life, any person like you, people don't like. Your fucking ego is grotesque. That would be the first turnoff. That would be the very first turnoff to anyone is your loud mouth and your fucking ego. People don't like people like you. That's a fact. I'm sorry. There's no way you're hiding that from people. You're like this in real life. You're disgusting and disgraceful. That's why you're probably on YouTube, because people already don't like you in real life. Like you said yourself, my family knows I'm a bitch. Well, you know, I mean, you need help, lady. You need to just like get some help.
Low, like you were like in love with me. You loved our friendship, but you made your
Nobody probably loves their friendship with you. You're sick, lady.
whole chat believe that I was some fucking HIPAA break-in piece of shit person
You are.
who was out to like get you. Okay. And even when they were like, block her, we don't, you need to go to her job. You need to go to the board. You need to do all this shit. You would never.
She didn't do it to you. And yet you're still going on like somebody did something to you. Yeah, they do. They all do that. That side is OGs, but see, we're too smart for that kind of stuff. Every once in a while we might get,
ever do it. And in fact, all it took was me to go unblock me, and you would unblock me and you would piss your chat off. I mean, now some of them woke up and was like, okay, this is a little weird. You keep accusing her of something, but you keep staying her friend. You're not doing anything we're suggesting you do. So finally people kind of woke up and saw you for what you really are. Then there's a few who still like, I don't know why, they still like buy your bullshit.
So, Swiss, you're mad at Tiffany because she never called the hospital on you? That doesn't even make sense, Swiss. You're mad at Tiffany because she would like allow you back into her life because she just wanted peace, and she didn't want to like, try to get you fired or nothing. She's got, things going on. She's got life going on. Like, a lot of people don't want to be having to deal with going to the police and fucking doing this and doing that and feeling, threatened. Like, oh my God, my whole family's being harassed. And your landlord's being harassed. Your neighbors are being harassed. People come to YouTube and go through life, and we all have struggles. We don't need complete fucking strangers. Now, so you're mad at her. Let me just replay that for you guys that might have missed that, what she just said.
Oh. And you know what's crazy is while you're asking people to call authority on you, okay? But while you're asking others to do.
Oh, and then we got No BS who's trying to dig up baby daddy.
So what Tiffany just said there was, now you're asking people to call authorities on me. So Tiffany's voicing a valid concern that we all know Swiss does, okay? And her friends do. And she, Swiss says, oh, and No BS is trying to dig up baby's daddies on me. This is from yesterday. I don't see No BS trying to dig up anything on Swiss. Nobody is. But so what she's going to bitch about here is, wow.
I mean, it's just like I said, you bitches are working.
When Janelle texted me and asked me for all your information, I refused, and she was one of my.
I don't think Janelle called up you and said, hey, can I get that information? No, let's also
Janelle admitted that she did that. Janelle admitted that she did that.
Up to even how you want to blame Janelle. Let's go from the very beginning, Tiffany. You made sure that Janelle and I were not friends. You made sure that your whole fucking chat room couldn't stand me because while you were befriending me on the download.
No, you were friends with Sharon, and Sharon and her didn't like each other. You were harassing her from the get-go, right from the gate. Like, stop it.
Like you were like in love with me. You loved our friendship.
No. Maybe in the beginning because you were fooling her, acting like you were like friends with her or something. I don't know. But I'm not seeing Tiffany to be like, you went to her, you sought her out. I just.
But you made your whole chat believe that I was some fucking HIPAA break-in piece of shit person.
You are. You made everybody believe that. You did. Because you are.
And who was out to like get you, okay? And even when they were like, block her, we don't, you need to go to her job. You need to go.
Listen to this. Listen to what she's mad at Tiffany about. So she's saying Tiffany made her feel and look like this kind of way. Listen to this.
To the board, you need to do all this shit. You would never do it. And in fact, all it took was me to go unblock me, and you would unblock me, and you would piss your chat off. I mean, now some of them woke up and was like, okay, this is a little weird. You keep accusing her of something, but you keep staying her friend. You're not doing anything we're suggesting you do. So finally, people kind of woke up and saw you for what you really.
I think she partook in getting Sharon arrested, in my opinion. And then Janelle wanted fucking Irv's number and fucking.
Really are. Then there's a few who still like, I don't know why, they still like buy your bullshit. That's fine. So I thought.
Buy your bullshit. I know, but Luna, she's got young kids and stuff. I mean, yeah, she should, but the thing is that if this woman's job gets lost, right? If she does have a job like that, doing that, are they going to arrest the people though that are doing this to her? Like, are they going to arrest them? Because at the end of the day, you know, these people are freaks. Like, they're freaks. Munchie was just in there acting like, the father is doing things and stuff, and Swiss Miss doesn't have the fucking mindset to even remove that shit. Like, they're gross. They need to be arrested.
I knew that wasn't true when our friendship broke because I couldn't drive pills to her. But I found out later that was my fault because when you suffer with addiction, okay, it's not the person who takes the pills, it's the person who.
Like really gaslighting too. It really is when they'll go, and nobody did this to you, and nobody did that to you. They're trying to make people think that they're like crazy for saying, their truth. It's the fucking truth. These bitches did do these things. They are sick. They are fucking sickos. Munchie's sick. King of Chaos is sick. Swiss is sick. They're sickos.
Offers to help them. And personally, I thought that they used to be prescribed. I thought she was trying to find a doctor. And I thought that her brother just accidentally locked the door.
Oh, that's where we were going with that. Oh, yeah. I got distracted here. That's where I was going with this. Okay, so you told me a story. Janelle was your friend at the time. Janelle was like really good to you at the time. You were really down for Janelle. Like she was one of your ride or dies.
She didn't tell you no story because she wasn't even talking to you. You were friends with fucking. Listen, bitch. I don't even know. Even Janelle said she fucking broke into her brother's fucking room. I mean, come on. Like,
You're how to be humans, okay? Then you have me, who you just like, you have a love-hate situation for. You
no,
decided
she
to
doesn't. You with this love hate. You with this thing. Thinking everybody fucking loves you. It's gross, man. Shut the fuck up, you conceited fucking twat. I'm sorry, you guys, you don't like that word, but this lady is off the fucking chain with this. Everybody wants me. Everybody loves me. It's gross. It's gross.
finding me in a fucking story about your friend, your legit friend, okay? You told your enemy, your frenemy, you told your frenemy a very personal, confident, or private conversation, not confident, private conversation. You told me, okay, whether it's true or not, whether the story was true or not, Tiffany.
It is true. Fucking Janelle made a video about it when she was dressed like the fucking cheetah streetwalker. It is true.
You told me a story that you didn't know what I was going to do in return.
Why the fuck do we believe? What do you mean what you were going to do in return? What does that even mean? What are you even talking about right there? Prove that she told you. Prove it. You mean just like how Janelle told you she didn't really get fired?
You put your friendship with Janelle in jeopardy and on the line for what? For what? Did you want me to blab? What did you? What was your end?
What the fuck are you even talking about? No, she's not even monetized, UFO, bro. She just does it to fucking harass people. You're right. She does need to seek help. She absolutely does need to seek help. This bitch is like off the chain. She has delusions of grandeur. I mean,
Game out of that? Was it just to have something to talk to me about?
what?
Um,
No, you foolish bitch. Janelle even admitted she did it.
so then when I want to say like Janelle was talking shit because Janelle was brainwashed by you and Janelle was talking shit. And I tried to talk to Janelle privately, like, hey, you know what?
Janelle, she just fucking puts you down all the time. She talks like you're stupid, like you're just, you do her fucking demand, like, oh my god, Janelle, you gotta have some kind of fucking pride, man. Come on.
Maybe you need to know some things. Like while you're over there rah for this liar, she's over here telling me a fucking story about you that's contradicting what you're saying your sobriety is right now. Okay. You did not allow me and her to talk. Now, had me and Janelle probably talked, and I
Wow. Come on, Swizz. People make their own fucking decisions.
but see, that's how it is. You didn't want me to talk to her. You didn't want her to talk to me because you knew you were going to get caught in what you did. Whether it's true or not, you knew you were going to get caught. And whether the story was true or not, you knew Janelle would be pissed off at you. Okay. So you are the reason, Tiffany, you are the reason that all that happened.
Wait a minute.
I want to say like Janelle was talking shit because Janelle was brainwashed by you and Janelle was talking shit. And I tried to talk to Janelle privately, like, hey, you know what? Maybe you need to know some things. Like while you're over there, rah.
So, you, excuse me. You were playing both sides of the fence. You were pretending you were friends with Tiffany while actually being friends with Janelle. And both were enemies of Sharon's. And you were supposedly friends with Sharon. Sorry, guys. Lead.
for this liar. She's over here telling me a fucking story about you that's contradicting.
So she was talking to Janelle at the fucking same time. Wow. So how long you been playing all sides of the fence, bitch? Damn. You just been fucking around with everybody, huh? Shit.
What you're saying your sobriety is right now, okay? You did not allow me and her to talk. Now, had me and Janelle probably talked, but see, that's how it is. You didn't want me to talk to her. You didn't want her to talk to me because
And in the meantime, while Angel Baby's not saying shit about anybody, damn. Your fucking chat is so gross, you fucking skank. Damn. Your chat is so gross. Oh my god. They're bragging about having accountants, okay? Hippie chick's trying to gaslight, saying she won't admit she lied about someone contacting her kid, right? That was weird as fuck, okay? So hippie chick is trying to gaslight there, right? Hippie chick says, Swiss, don't forget an ashtray. TC says, hippie, I forgot who ashtray is. And Munchie says, her sister Brandy is not in a cult. She needs to clear that up. Brandy is a Christian and a nurse and cut tooth out of her life. She's the family success story. So there you go. They're doxing somebody's family members and what they do for work and everything. Fucking disgusting. Just disgusting. Hippie chick says, the one with the daddy issues. She's trying to say, she's taught, now she brings Angel Baby into it because she brought up Ashtray and all this shit.
You knew you were going to get caught in what you did. Whether it's true or not, you knew you were going to get caught. And whether the story was true or not, you knew Janelle would be pissed off at you. Okay? So you are the reason, Tiffany, you are the reason.
No, what do you mean whether this story was true or not? It was true. And Janelle was lying, saying she was sober.
That all that happened.
Until after. Then I was told the truth. You know, I didn't want her to freaking break the door down. But that was blamed on me too. But that was okay with you, Swiss.
Okay, and that was a story that you should have never ever repeated. Okay? People tell you things as a friend and in privacy,
So
and you just blab it.
So you think people are supposed to just lie and pretend that they're clean and that's okay? So you want to accuse everybody of lying, but then when somebody is really lying, you want to pick and choose who fucking fuck off, bitch. What the fuck are you? What the fuck?
So while Felon is over there rah 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 for you, you know what? What's some
Ellen, man? What the fuck is wrong with you, you twat? Why are you calling everybody names? I hate this bitch. I do. I hate this bitch. I can't stand her.
stories that you could blab about her? Let's see how she feels. Why don't you come out and tell us some shit about the Felon, on how the Felon has, and there's been some stories. I wish I would have remembered what you told me, but I just didn't give a fuck. But you have told stories about Felon. Now, we don't know if they're true or not, but how would she like it knowing that you're telling stories?
Me neither, Luna. The people I talk to from YouTube, we talk about other stuff, not just YouTube. I mean, we get enough of YouTube on YouTube. You know what I mean? I've been talking to some of these people for years now, so it's like Yeah, it's almost like as if they live down the street from me, but they don't, you know? But you kinda wish they did, but they don't. And when anybody says, "Oh, YouTube isn't real," they really undermine, like, how normal people will utilize something that could be a good contribution, but when you get people like this who just sits there and lies and lies and lies, like, this lady is off her chain. She's insane. This is a day ago. I played an 8-month ago video. It's the exact same stuff. Harassing people's kids and just getting worse and worse and worse. And this munchie needs to go and hippie chick needs to go. They need to go. Swiss needs to go. They need to go.
It's on her.
It's never okay when it's someone that won't stand by the nasty things that you say to people. Or like when you called me and you pretended to be so scared for your family, that you need to call me the liar, the lying piece of.
You know what? I mean, not that I don't want to say like, oh, I can't wait for the day, but like, I just got to wonder if that day, well, we know it's going to happen. Everyone's going to die.
Wow. Yeah, I know, right? Cindy neither. And that's all they fucking like seem to think is like, but we're normal. Cindy lives close enough to me that we can meet. I mean, like, we're normal people. This bitch is getting ready to talk about fucking either she's gonna wish somebody dies, she's gonna tell somebody to die, she's gonna tell something.
But when that day does happen, is the first thing she's going to do go out and buy a washer and dryer? Like, how long is it going to take?
Oh my god. Is she talking about Angel Baby's father? Oh my god. Oh.
I mean, but the bitch has got to go to work. I mean, every day she's got like a reason. I mean, if it rains, oh, I can't go to work today because it rained. Oh, it's not sunny out today. I'm depressed. I can't go to work. Oh, it's laundry day. I can't go to
See,
work.
they
I mean, look,
definitely did go over there to harass her that day that Angel Baby was depressed and said it in her live stream. No sooner did she say it than this bitch showed up. Yep. Fucking these bitches, man. They're fucking bitches.
it's her business. She wants to go to work or not. But when you bring that shit to the platform, it's just kind of funny.
Why
It's
aren't
like,
you fucking at work, Swiss, huh? Bitch? Why are you starving your kid for another 2 hours, man? Gross.
come on, you're trying to be this educated bitch. You can't even go to work every day. Like, you're just a fucking clown.
Dude, your 10-year-old little girl is home and you're ignoring her for 4.5 hours. For 4.5 hours, you don't speak to her. That's a long fucking time. You know, and I've heard the phrase, you ever be with somebody or and feel like you're alone? That's how that little girl must feel. It's the saddest shit to think when you handed her a fucking $50 Roblox card. And that is indicative of bye bye then. Bye bye now. Go back in your room. Buy some clothes for your avatars. Fucking crazy. She doesn't know nothing about that little kid. Because I don't care, Swizz. If I had a 10-year-old, I wouldn't be on YouTube at all, man. Not at all. But you have no respect for your family members. But see, people, they don't know that it's going to happen. So when my daughter started a GoFundMe for her mother that got cancer, which is a normal thing to do, whoever would have thought they would try to destroy her $55,000 a year education that she, I mean, she spread herself real thin with and, you know, did AP courses. Is that what it is? And like, I mean, and I'm not bragging, but I do love the library and I love to read. So to raise a kid that loves to read, that's just bonus. So I'd read the same books as her. I'm telling you, the only one I didn't read was one, and it's a classic. It won an award. Was A Wrinkle in Time, and I just couldn't get. I can't get into science fiction. I'm not into science fiction, and the assignment was when they get to, when they were done with the book, they had to draw a picture of, their favorite part in the book, and um my daughter drew a picture of them walking into the sunset. So it was the backs of the characters in it, holding hands, walking off into the sunset. I said, "Oh, what part of the book is that?" And she said, "The end." I said, "Why was it your favorite part?" She said, "Because it was the end." Yeah, they sure do, liar alert. They sure do. There's many articles and many, many things to uh, confirm that. And yeah, she said, because it was the end. She was funny. She was a funny kid. She's still funny. I mean, I'm sure these people, anytime I recollect anything about my kid, they want to sit there and say that we don't talk or whatever. They don't, I'll never share anything um, about her job or any kind of wonderful milestones or anything. Right. Yeah. But I mean, I think every school, like junior high school and high school, should all have a library next door because there is kids that, so if they go home to an empty house, and I'm not putting down latchkey kids. I know that some kids, that last hour and a half before your mom gets home, 2 hours, but I'm telling you, they can get in trouble then. It's a crucial moment. It's, you know, uh, it's a very crucial moment. And the library next door gives a kid a choice, and the parent is the one to make that choice appealing. If you force it on someone, then you're going to be like, hey, the library, you go there, and you go in there and you read, but they never see you read. They got to wonder, well, what's the beauty of it if you don't do it either? Like, I'm not trying to give any kind of parenting advice or anything, but um, I just remember being at Disney World before I had a kid of my own. I remember being there and seeing a guy. He might have done it or he might have threatened it, whatever it was. If he did it, I think I would have went over there and said something, which I might have now that I think about it. He was a big guy because it really fucking disturbed the fuck out of me. But she was little and it was at Disney World and he was big. So to her, he's a fucking giant. And he picked her up and he pulled her pants down in front of everybody. And man, that pissed me the fuck off. Dude, she's never gonna forget that. You fucking motherfucker. I mean, I wanted to punch him right in the fucking head, I think. Like, I think, person I was with might have been like, guy was huge. So lucky, Luna. You're lucky, but you know what, Luna? You're lucky because somebody raised you to be have a smart head on your shoulders. Because I think when we're born, we're just like clay, like everything in our life is revolving around those person in charge of us, you know? And if you're in your 30s and if you're 37, then I could be your mom. And, I know we started off on a rough step, but you still, I feel like with some people, and it says, you know what? And people who aren't your friends will tell you, they're lying to you. People, that always kills me when friends try to tell people when somebody says something good to you, they're blowing smoke up your ass. Don't believe them. Because, uh, and I always say to myself, even if they are, you could believe that shit. You know what I'm saying? Fuck that. Believe it. That's awesome. Like with education, it only went to sixth grade. Wow, Luna, I didn't know that. Is that still how it is? And is that Mexico? Yeah, is that how it still is? Hi, Wild Wisdom. We love you. But they sound like good people that raised a person who, thinks. Took a while for you to get here, but I'm just. But we've always, you know yourself. Even though we black people, I go through and I black people and stuff, and because I really, I don't like to say, oh, these aren't real people or YouTube isn't real. That's fucked up. I mean, I've known you guys for a while. Oh, really? That almost sounds like what they're trying to do with the schools now here. You gotta pay. You will start having to. But did you guys see? You know what? I should have set an alarm because no, I did not go out and protest. But I do feel that the times when I play, the politics stuff, that is, I am contributing to making a stand and trying to, even if you guys disagree with me about the stand I'm making, I do think that YouTube and stuff can be used for the conversation of even coming together on things. What wasn't legal? You being here? But that always killed me, like, with what's going on with the immigration stuff they're talking about. There's such a difference between a refugee, a migrant, and an immigrant. All three of those words are totally different, and they have three different definitions. And I don't think that's being pointed out. Like, there's a big definition, and that definition difference, and that M13 gang. And it's my understanding they started in California, Los Angeles. They didn't start in Mexico or somewhere else. That's nice though. That's good that they did that, Luna. That's really good. There is kindness in the world and people have to preserve it. We've got to preserve it. We've got to. We must. We must. We must increase our bust. Because the bigger the better, the tighter the sweater, and the boys will admire us. It never worked for me. I was saying I might get a boob job, but I don't know why. So I can look good in my house coat. I don't wear a house coat yet, but when I do, I have clean. Some people do twisted. And she got the fat from her butt injected in her lips. She looks ridiculous. She looks like one of those fish that cling to the edge of the tank. Those sucker fish things. Yeah. Swiss suckerfish. Swiss suckerfish.
Well, the person who never tells the truth. You thought to call me to ask me what I knew. So if I am this big liar, and I'm this person who never tells the truth, and hippie, if I'm this person who's just constantly putting on a show, then how do any of you actually know who I am? Is social media
And at the bottom of the, or at the bottom, at the end of the day too, if
At the bottom of the barrel is you, but at the end of the day,
I had to live like that, I would just move out. Like, just fucking move out. Go get an apartment.
shut up. You inherited your house from your grandfather. Yes, they do.
You know, you can get an apartment where you can have a washer and dryer or a stove. I mean, it's just weird. And this is what I'm talking about.
I'm sure they have a fucking stove. She's got a washer and dryer. You've heard her talk about it. What are you talking about right now? Who doesn't have a stove? Lots of people don't have washers and dryers. My Auntie Jean wore them all the time. She didn't have her teeth in, and she would wear glasses that were like Richard Pryor's in Harlem Nights. You know how they made his eyes. No, Red Foxes. It was Red Fox. What do you mean? What about him? What does Luna know about that? What are you saying? Luna knows about Burger King? Luna! What about Burger King, huh? Moo. Moo. I wear them when I'm out on a date. I like a Whopper. You know what they had? They had a was it Burger King who had this? Mushroom, anything with mushroom and onions and cheese, like a Swiss. It was like a. Ugh. Now I'm disgusted. Ugh. 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 No, what's funny though is when that little girl fucking cries like that. I can't help it. What's that brown stuff called, you guys? On Nutella. I never had it. Is it good? Is Nutella good, you guys? Is it good, you guys?
Um,
Wow. Oh my god.
what is this?
oh,
That little girl's so cute with that fucking hat on.
no.
What is it?
Oh, I have poop.
Is this poop? Is it? Is it Willy poop? Is it Willy poop? Is it Willy poop?
That little girl is so fucking cute. I'm telling you right there.
I'm sorry.
Is it poop? I like myself.
I'm so sorry. I have poop.
You do, just like the other girl.
I got poo poo on you. I'm so sorry. It's on me too.
She starts dry heaving.
Someone has to help us.
It's shock. Thank you. I'm sorry. I'm sorry. I'm sorry.
What's that?
I'm sorry.
What's that?
I'm sorry.
What's that? What's that?
It's poop.
See, see, in a way, I guess you could say I might be mean, but not mean. I'm not mean. Like I don't know if I'd ever do this to my own child, but I do watch the stuff because it does kind of make me laugh. You know what I mean? Like, I know it's not supposed to, but it does. But then, you notice the mother, she doesn't really want to, um, she says it's not poop right away. Okay.
The majority of us as kids learned how to ride a bike with training wheels. Guardian Bikes believes there's a better and safer.
Last night, we ate all your Halloween candy. I'm so sorry. Dad, you're not being my best friend. So that's why you're not my best friend anymore.
Poor
Yeah,
kids.
baby.
Mommy and Daddy got real hungry last night and ate all of it.
I'm sorry.
I wanted some.
But you said we could share.
Yeah, but I want all the pieces that didn't have nuts.
Aww. I wouldn't be able to go for long.
We got hungry last night,
Mama,
and we ate all your candy.
let me see. Mom, damn it.
Good night, Luna.
I ate all of your Halloween candy last night.
I'm sorry.
So Mommy and Daddy ate all your Halloween candy last night.
This kid's face. Oh my gosh, his face. He looks like he's gonna fucking snap. This is so funny. Oh god, every once in a while I need to get a break from
I'm talking about, I was like, why would you bring this stuff to the
Weirdo.
platform if you don't want to be made fun of? I mean, you have to know that
You
somebody
don't
like
wanna be
me
made
is going to
fun
make
of.
fun of it.
Did you hear what she said? You have to know someone like me is gonna make fun of it.
She wants to go to work or not. But when you bring that shit to the platform, it's just kind of funny. It's like, come on, you're trying to be this educated bitch. You can't even go to work every day. Like, you're just a fucking clown.
Yeah, the person who never told the truth.
I said she's talking about Angel Baby the day she was depressed. Listen to what she says. Listen to what she says.
You thought to call me to ask me what I knew. So if I am this big liar, and I'm this person who never tells the truth, and if I'm this person who's just constantly putting on a show, then how do any of you actually know who I am? If social media.
And at the bottom of at the end of the day too, if I had to live like that, I would just move out. Like, just fucking move out. Go get an apartment. You can get an apartment where you can have a washer and dryer or a stove. I mean, it's just weird. And this is what I'm talking about. I was like, why would you bring this stuff to the platform if you don't want to be made fun of? I mean, you have to know that somebody like me is going to make fun of it.
She's so mean. Caught out, Ruby? What does that mean?
Because I'm even a place where I put on a show. How do you know who I am? Because of a post on Facebook? No, honey. No, that was a show, remember?
All right, my phone is ringing, but I'm not answering. So, and you think that people are like out to get you, or you start like scratching at your skin because you literally.
That's useless.
Feel like there's ants or bugs crawling all over you. You legit feel that way. It's not really happening,
Sounds like
but you legit feel like somebody is crawling on you. And I think that's what you thought too. I think whatever drug you was on, you literally in your head thought that your ears and eyes were bleeding. Okay. I would literally have to see it myself. But I mean, come on, come on.
You'd want to see somebody's ears and eyes bleeding. You're so masochist, torturous, fucking mean set. What's it called? Sado masochist, is that it? Sadomasochism. She likes to whip people and beat them, make their eyes
I wanted
bleed.
beauty, I wanted money, I wanted to have what made my body feel
She
good.
makes everybody's ears bleed.
So instead of saying the truth about everything, I made it worse than what it was. And I was scared to say that to you too, because I thought, well,
Sadistic, that too, yeah. Satan like it.
I don't want them to think I'm this terrible person. Never did I think.
I mean, you know what? I personally could never go without a washer and dryer, but
We
if I had to
know,
pick,
because you stink too much. Can't walk into the fucking laundry room without people fucking gagging and keeling over.
I mean, you have to have a fucking stove. I mean, come on. You know, you can't just go to like go to the laundromat. They don't have like a stove mat, a stove room where you can go rent a stove to.
You're so funny. Here, Swiss, maybe this will make you feel good. Swiss thinks she made a funny. Let's encourage
cook
her.
something. I mean, so you could kind of get by on not having a washer and dryer, but come on, a stove. I mean, oh my God. And then you're telling people,
Well, we know that you love to eat. You screamed it out. Then sometimes you have to fart so bad your stomach looks like you're pregnant, apparently. That's what you said.
that he's weird and he don't, okay, the papers I can understand. Okay. He's got a thing for his papers all over the house, whatever. But he won't let you get a
See,
stove.
he's talking about Angel Baby. She wants her to have a fire.
I mean, that's almost like some kind of abuse too. It's weird.
I think she has a
who
stove.
just messaged me weeks prior trying to help me find the nurse who did help me, okay, and inspire me to get sober.
Okay, that never happened. You know what? You probably liked a nurse and you ran with it. Okay, that nurse did not get you sober. You did not get fucking sober.
You're the nurse.
Turn around.
Why are you talking in the third person? You're like Sybil. Sybil Swissel. Sip Swiss.
And go in my past 7 years prior and search everything that they could and give it to another person to use as content. And to
Okay, well, you know what? When you go back to people like you, okay, your content on your Facebook, you have some like really off the wall shit you've said. Okay,
See? So you've been stalking her Facebook. You've been stalking her family. Your friends are too.
so you can only, it's not like people just literally wanted to go back 7 years. Okay, but when you first go to those pages and you see the shit that you have spewed on there, it's like you can't help but keep scrolling because the shit that you talk on there just keeps getting more deeper and
See?
deeper.
So you're admitting that you did stalk her Facebook. And then you probably stalked everybody she knew. You fucking did, and you know it, and you know it, and you know it. And you want us to believe that you work too?
So you just can't help it. Okay,
Fucking this, what's their name? I don't know. Looky here. That's their name. Looky here. Says, hey, Swiss, chat bottom line is Tiff is so irresponsible. Wait, is an irresponsible parent. Her selfish need for attention means she overshares. No, it means that you stalk, you motherfucker. You stalk. And tells disgusting, crazy lies, which has obviously embarrassed her older kids. Listen to yourself, you fucking weirdo.
It's not like you just posted one off the wall shit and it was like, oh, okay. No, your whole your whole Facebook postings are like just you talking major shit.
As a way to pay, to make trolls. I don't know if that was her who did that, but others did. And for her, she used it as a way to belittle me.
Janelle says,
And you
okay, kind of back. I'm concerned for the dog that used to ride in the truck. I feel a whole coat of fur is in here. It's bad. You're concerned for the dog. Why are you concerned for the dog? Like, what's going on with the dog? Yeah, that's true, UFO, bro.
You invited us to go to your Facebook. When you were on Tom Reed's, you invited us. Nobody would have even known you had a Facebook. Nobody
Yeah,
would have.
that's true. That's true. That is true. That is true and very bad. She gave her phone name and said that. Yeah, she did. That's true. Hey, you guys. I think this was a wonderful live stream. Maybe sometime we'll finish this commentary ever. I don't know, who knows. But say something kind and encouraging to somebody today. It means everything, no matter what age they are. Try and say as many things as you can. United we stand, divided we fall, and peace, love, and tacos for all. Please thumbs up.